I had 14 days to flip this hoarder home. Let's go inside and see the final result.
I had a dream I could buy my way to heaven. When I awoke, I spent that on a necklace. I told God I'd be
It's a little bit too late to do it right now. I mean, we're pretty much at the finish line.
to act reckless. To whom much is given, much is tested. Get arrested, guess until he get the message. I feel the pressure under more scrutiny.
All right, so as stated, we were able to get this home done in just 14 days, which is crazy. So yeah, I'm gonna give you guys a tour of pretty much everything we did. And let's start off with the exterior and the landscaping. Starting off with the landscaping, as you guys saw, we added mulch to the entire, bed, the garden of the property. I think that added the aesthetic, or to the look to the aesthetic, quite a bit. As you guys see, we also added in sod, grass, mulch, things of that such. Just kind of freshen up the front yard, give it a better curb appeal. Just because it's a Texas summer, it's 100 degrees every day, so the grass dies very, very quickly, and especially if you're not taking care of it, it can kind of add a negative to that. So we want to make sure that got spruced up in times for showings, and the selling point of that as well. So also, as we walk in over here, you guys see with the pressure washing, we also did pressure wash the entire driveway of the property. So again, just anything we could do to really add to the aesthetic or curb appeal, we did. As we walk in between here, the walkway to the front of the home, as you guys see with the posts, we did restain all of the posts. So I think that came out really, really good. It's a really good colorway between the actual exterior brick of the home, the posts, the shutters as well. We also did some work to that. So we restained all of that just to add in a nice little touch. Inexpensive, but it also gets the job done. So that's a positive. And like I said, we're just adding little plants, shrubs, things of that such, mulch to the yard. That way, again, there's no eyesores really with the property in terms of the front of it. So that's pretty much it for the exterior. Let's go inside and see what we got there. Alrighty, man, so here's the final result. So we'll walk first into your office space. Again, I color drenched pretty much the entire from baseboard all the way until the walls. This sort of satin sage green. It came out really, really nice. I think nice finishes overall. I can't tell if the lights are playing with me or not, but I do see a few spots where I'm like, hey, maybe. But then if I move around a different corner, it doesn't appear the same. But overall, I think this room came out really, really good. That was one of my desires whenever I wanted to flip this one, was to make sure it wasn't like every other house on market. So I wanted to intentionally go in and say, hey, what can I do in order to stand out from the pack? And I think this room is a good example of that. Let's walk into the living space. So as you guys see, we did accent over this wall right here for the dining room. Again, I think it added a nice touch overall. We were able to put a new chandelier in for that one. We kept this other one right here. Again, I think that one looked good. The other one didn't, a little bit off. Overall, I think, the house definitely received a pretty good facelift. Down here, you have your guest bathroom. So all I pretty much did was replace the light fixture. This mirror was an original right here. And then we put in alabaster as far as like paint color. So wasn't too much needed to be done over there. If you guys also see throughout the walkways, we did put in new fixtures for that. So updated that. Man, the kitchen was a really, really big transformation. So we had to end up cutting out the original wood flooring because the original refrigerator had like a leak problem, and it disrupted or warped a lot of the wood in this area. Also, the sink and faucet was leaking as well. So all of that kind of like protruded onto the wood. So we decided to place it with this white towel. And I think it blends in really well overall with it. Yeah, man, I think this kitchen looks really, really sick. You see like the under cabinet LED lights under cabinets. You have the brick kind of outline, the stove. Like, man, it looks really, really sick. So that was another cool thing that I decided to do, was this under cabinet lighting. So if you see, we go up, go down, pretty much just modernize the house. Give it some cool vibes. We kept all the stainless steel appliances. So that's original. We were able to just clean those up, make those look fresh, make those look new. I still need to get this fully assembled, but this is a brand new stainless steel refrigerator as well. And then you have over here your foyer area. You come in from the garage, can hang up a coat, clothes, whatever it may be. And then again, this one has LED lights as well. So really good look. We did paint the kitchen island that same kind of green. It's like a brownish green. When you came in, saw that we accented with that as well. With this, we did paint the casing of it. Again, I think it added in a nice little texture, this little aesthetic overall. Now this one really just all came from my head. I was like, man, how can we fill this space? It was just kind of like an empty wall beforehand. And I know previously, whenever I was like doing like some upgrades to my own house, I had, spoke to some people and they had still a similar setup at my house. And so I was like, man, this would look really cool at this one. So I ended up buying two 30-inch base cabinets, white oak. And then I had them build out the shelves. And then we put some like LED lights under that. And I think that's one of the coolest features of the house. No other comps in this area has something like that. Really a lot of things in this house that the other comps don't really have. We'll walk out here. Here's your laundry space. We didn't really do too much to this aside from just paint. We repainted the cabinets, repainted the walls, just gave it like a little facelift. Again, it's a laundry room, so no need to go like too crazy with it. Just make it look good, and usable for, whoever the potential buyers are. I left out actually one room real quick as well. This is sort of, I'm not actually sure what the utility of this one is. I'll leave it for you guys to like dictate or determine what this space would be used for, but it's in between, I guess, when you come in from the garage and then you have the dining space right here. It's just like a little extra, I guess, like storage space area, and we kind of cleaned that up as well. Didn't really do too much to it, but we just cleaned it up. So I wanted to highlight that before we walked over to the master bedroom. All right, so we're about to walk into the master bedroom. So what I did, I think you guys might have saw this from last video, I did change out the fan to a 52-inch instead of a 42-inch. A little bit of a higher grade fan as well. I do think that was a necessary upgrade just because beforehand it didn't really look that nice. It was too small. I did try some wainscot. I ordered from Amazon. Did not come out good at all. So I wouldn't really recommend that, truthfully, especially for a renovation. I think it's best to have a true carpenter, do that work. I would replace, like I said, the carpet on that. Pretty much the rest is alabaster. Now, what we were supposed to do is add LED lights in here. I don't see those installed. It's a little bit too late to do it right now. I mean, we're pretty much at the finish line. So hopefully that isn't too big of a deterrent for a buyer. I don't think it will be, but that is something that was supposed to be installed that didn't get installed. As we come into here, again, just freshen up, cleaned up some certain stuff. We added new fixtures all around. So that was one of the things. Now, I told you guys I was having an inspection done, and this was something that none of us had caught beforehand. So this is like, a little jacuzzi type of bathtub. And one of the things that my inspector caught was jacuzzi operations didn't actually work. And so we had to go ahead and make sure that got repaired. So we did replace the plumbing and I think the motor on this one to make sure that the functionalities of it actually worked for that. So then you walk in, you have a walk-in shower right here. Again, mainly the fixtures are already nice enough, so no like true repairs other than like cleaning for that. Same thing over here, copy and paste, new fixtures, just cleaning up, cabinetry and stuff. You have your little bathroom right here. You walk into the master closet. So what we did was replace the two light fixtures over here. We did replace the carpet in here as well. Same thing, copy and paste. We pretty much just, alabaster. And I do see a few things where it's like, hey, we still need to touch up. But for right now, I think we're trying to just get the bigger cosmetic things out the way for photos. And then I'm sure the guys will be here probably tomorrow to fix up, the things that I see. But again, we kind of just like modernize the room. But yeah, let's go upstairs and check out what we got up there. All right, so we're about to go upstairs. As you guys see, we have this like pre-made walkway to go up. So the issue with that is we didn't stain the stairs until yesterday, at least the steps. And I have photos scheduled for today. So someone has to be able to get up and down. That is one of the things that, it is what it is in regards to this, is that you know, when you're moving so fast and things on the fly, you can hit 99% of the things right, but if you get one thing wrong, you know, it still kind of disrupts the flow. So that's what happened with this. You know, I'd had to just be like, hey, like whatever we can do to make it work, somebody has to be able to get upstairs. I think we will have to probably come back and restain these steps, but you know, it is what it is. It's part of the game. As long as the photos come out good, I'm cool with it. So let's go upstairs and check it out. Alrighty, so as you guys see upstairs, I do think it's a drastic difference from day one. Just a lot cleaner, a lot smoother, a lot more homey, I would say. So we can walk into my favorite room so far, which will be your movie room. So this is one I'm sure, you know, whoever buys this house will, you know, either have kids or, you know, a cool gaming setup, or just, you know, a nice movie setup in general. I really do think that this room came out 10 out of 10. So the all black aesthetic, you know, I'm a fan of. So then we added some recessed lights in before. I think maybe there's like a ceiling fan or something in here, which I can feel it because now there's not too much like air circulation. But overall, I do think that the upgrades to this room came out fantastic. There's 4 bedrooms upstairs. Let's go and check out, you know, the other ones. As we enter secondary bedroom right here, again, not too much. It's a secondary bedroom, no crazy upgrades. Ceiling fan, new carpet, baseboard paint, you know, things of that such. That was all that was needed or required for this. In the restrooms, we did make bigger upgrades. So, you know, we have your new light fixtures. We put some trim around the mirrors, and then we put in new countertops as well, or vanity tops. Again, just because I think the previous sellers have like left this pretty much destroyed, so we wanted to upgrade those areas of the house. Overall, bathtub looks night and day different. We will insert a clip to show you guys beforehand, but the bathtub looks night and day different, so that's a plus on that. These are Jack and Jill, so you know you can pretty much entryway through both rooms. One of the things that we had to do with this one is because they did have leaks. The wood had warped over here as well, so we pretty much had to replace the cabinet tops, the vanity cabinets, and then also same thing, copy and paste. We put in new vanity tops. You have your trim around and then light fixtures right there. I think it came out A+. And then as you move over here, similar thing. So, you know, you have new ceiling fan, copy and paste. I don't want to sound like a broken record on here, but it's pretty much a similar thing. Let's go into the other side of the house, and then we'll go in the backyard and kind of wrap up my thoughts. Also, you guys will see, I did add in a sconce light in the hallway. I think decoratively, that was a good choice. I also have one on the other side of the house, so I think those are just little touches that you upgrade the house aesthetic or the home improvement feel of it. And this one's actually battery operated. The other one, I think you can do with a switch, but this one's battery operated, so I thought that was pretty cool. A little quick little find on Amazon. We're about to walk on the other side. Right here, I guess is bedroom number 3 upstairs. This one's a smaller room, so I would say probably, you know, maybe a toddler at most would probably, you know, live in this one, our room here. You know, but overall, still, this is a 5-bedroom house, 3.5 baths, 4,000 plus square feet with a movie room and also an office space. So it's like for suburb life, I think this is a perfect floor plan. It really pretty much fits every sort of entertainment purpose and space purpose one would need. Here's the other sconce light that I was talking about. Again, I think it's a pretty cool design overall. Just adds in a little extra feature, upgrades the house aesthetic. And then we'll walk over here. And then this one's a little bit more spacier in terms of like secondary bedrooms. This is your 4th one upstairs, and it has an ensuite bathroom as well. So we can walk over here and you guys will see a full bathroom up here, and copy and paste, right? You know, you have your new light fixtures, your trim, countertops, and then you have your full shower right here. Overall, as stated, this one cosmetically, it did have its challenges. I'm not gonna say that it didn't, but overall, I really do like, in 2 weeks, we were able to get so much done. Man, the crew worked super fast, and it is crazy because I'm still having to like nitpick so much because, you know, at my position, I have to be like a perfectionist to make sure that whatever buyer comes in, they don't see what I see. And they really feel like they're walking into the best presentation possible. But I am truly like proud of the work that they've done. I know there's no days off, literally like 14 days straight, you know, sun up from sundown, constant work being done in the house. And so I am appreciative of that. But yeah, let's go check out the backyard and then I'll give my wrapping thoughts. Alrighty, so here's the backyard. Not much to really explore or showcase. All we did was really clean up everything and just make it a little bit more spacious. Give the potential buyer a vision, you know, to execute whatever they want. Whether it be like a pool, a playground, you know, whatever it may be. We just wanted to kind of leave that option available to them and pretty much give them a blank canvas to paint on in terms of that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this project. It did take me 2 weeks. That was a fun challenge. It was like a sprint to, you know, from start to finish, day 1 to day 14. And now we're finally here at the finish line, about the list. We're getting photos, like I said, done today. And then we'll have that listing prepared for Thursday. Today's Tuesday. And yeah, just move on to the next. I will do a final breakdown in terms of numbers, what I end up spending on this project overall, and that'll probably be after this. But I hope you guys enjoyed. It was fun. I'll catch you guys in a bit. So this will be the final conclusion in terms of breakdown of the project. Like I said, this one was a quick sprint. We were in and out within 2 weeks. So that was a success in terms of project. But I know you guys like to do the numbers. I see like the true breakdown of that. So let's get into it, and I'll show you guys pretty much the full A to Z numbers wise for this project. So starting off, as you guys see down here, we have total spent for rehab, $44,686 for a full rehab. So I only went over budget about roughly $4,600 or so, which is not that bad at all in my eyes, especially the things I did go over budget for, where I think were the upgrades that gave me a higher aesthetic and also just better on market in terms of comps compared to comps and stuff. So that's where we're at. As you guys see right here, the projected profit is $111,314. And I'll kind of click and show you guys where I got that number from. So we have the ARV right now at $630,000. And just to give context, this isn't a gated community. It's a 5-bedroom house, 3.5 bath. You have a movie room, you have an office, gated community, 5-star school. So this is a really good number, especially for a neighborhood overall. You have comps really going in like the 700s, but as we're exiting out of those summer months, I think that 630 is a really good conservative number. Now, if we get over asking, hey, I'll take it. But I wanted to still play it safe. I think beforehand, I mentioned to you guys in the last video that I had the number at like maybe $599. But just given, you know, what upgrades we made during the renovation, and I had got this number back before, as far as the appraisal, between like 650 to 670. I thought 630 was a safe number to play with, and I still, you know, walk out with 6 figures profit. Purchase price 620, closing costs 22,000. 10,000 of that was a down payment. Holding costs 12,000. So I haven't even hit 1 month yet. So, you know, I haven't really even dove into that, but I wanted to give myself cushion, you know, just for, you know, whatever may happen down the line. And then selling costs, that's agent fees, commissions, things of that such, 20,000. And like I said, I have a really good relationship with my realtor, so I'm not paying, you know, 3%, but a 1% listing fee. Let's get into the hard numbers. So as you guys see with soft costs, we have a reinspection fee, which was $575. I'm not gonna go number wise. You guys will see, you know, numbers on the screen. But I will go through, I guess, the line items. So next up, we have photography, which was done today. And then we have your plumbing, AC fix, electrical, and water heaters. Those are other things of scope that needed to be done. You have your interior paint and drywall, carpet, built-in shelves, LED lighting, all tub surface paint, which that wasn't done. Actually, we just cleaned it up. So actually, I'm going to probably remove that one from the overall scope. We have your kitchen towel labor, your towel for kitchen. You have your hardware fixtures, ceiling fans. You have your refrigerator, base cabinets, landscaping, pressure wash, mow grass, paint exterior shutters, and silicone around all windows. And so that was pretty much in totality your full scope of work. And these were all of my line items for the budget. I really want to show you guys, you know, what it looks like to, you know, fully operate a flip. From a pretty experienced investor. You know, I've been in this for a minute. I've had a lot of successful exits. And, you know, now I think that I'm a lot more structured and organized with running this. And as I get more structured and organized, I run a better operation in doing so. And so that's something I've been focused on a lot more. Like I said, is integrating this technology and systems to make sure I have a lot more of a scalable approach, and also improve efficiency with management on that. And so, yeah, that pretty much concludes this entire video. I hope you guys enjoyed this series. Like I said, I try to give as much game as possible, share as much. I wish that when I was just now starting out that I had a chance to watch these videos. And so this is like my opportunity to give back to you guys. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this series. That's all she wrote. I may do one more video once I sell, just to give you the final hard numbers on this one. But until next time, I'll catch you guys. Peace.